Hello everybody, we are back here playing Fastest Lap Manager 2022. In last race, Lewis Hamilton came 4th and Van Hols won and Pori 3rd. Jack, our second driver, finished 7th, which wasn't very good, but he spun as well, so that didn't help. He spun again. We're still second in the constructors, but with round 3 in Australia, as we're heading into the qualifying now, and let's wait until see what we do. In qualifying sets the grid, and we're 3rd and 2nd. That is a great qualifying result with Alec in 1st. Van Hols, Hamilton's rival, is in 4th behind it, on the same row as him, so that'll sure be interesting. But I'm just gonna change the aggression factor and change the blocking to be more blockful. As we get underway then, for the first lap, it's a wet race as well. Alex still leading by a lot. Hamilton got into 2nd, Jack into P5. It's not very good, but the two matadors are fighting. Van Hols and Pori fighting. We're almost neck and neck, where it's Van Hols who gets out in front. As we head on to lap 3 then, Alec is 2 seconds ahead of Hamel. And Van Hols is side by side with Hamel, as we're going to have to change Hamel's aggression to try and keep up with the Matador car. We're on lap 5, and we're side by side with Van Hols. He tries to block us. He's blocking us lots of times, but we're side by side, going into lap 7 now. Jack is in P6 fighting Daniel Ricciardo and Alonso. As we're on lap 8, Hamel's still side by side with Van Hols, but they're also catching up to Alec as well. Now only 1 second, but Van Hols is still ahead. But now it's Hamel. Hamel is now in 2nd, but only by an inch. And we're on lap 10. Jack is been passed by Richie, I think that's what his name is, and is now in 7th. Not good so far for him. But Hamel's into 1st. He's overtaken Alec. He's into 1st place, but he's side by side with Alec, and the neck and neck. On lap 13, only 1/100th of a second separating them both. Now 2 100ths, and what's this? Van Hols is pushing Hamel forward back into the lead for a solid lead over Alec. Now Hamel's gonna have to work hard to get past to stay ahead of those two. But Jack, his tires are dead, but he's going into the pit now to get new tires. And Hamel has also just come into the pit, and he's come out behind Van Hols, so that puts him in 6th currently. And Van Hols is driving away from Hamel, and Jack is in P10, which isn't good at all for us, but we're gonna have to deal with it. But Hamel's now into P4. Jack's still in 10th, gonna get 1 point if he finishes there, whereas Hamel will get 18 if he finishes where he is. But he's 2 seconds off of Van Hols, but losing time as well. On lap 22, and not going well for Jack, who's in 8th now, but slowly catching up to 7th. And I'm gonna change the aggression for Hamel because he's gonna be pitting soon, so go flat out. I think we did the same with Jack as well, because just make him faster. But 4 seconds the gap between Van Hols and Hamel. This is not going well if he wants to win it. But we head on to lap 26. Oh, and Van Hol spun. Van Hol spun right in front of Hemel. Hemel had to dodge it, and now is 2 seconds ahead of Van Hol's. That is so unlucky for Van Hol's, but super lucky for us, as we are now promoted to P1 and in first position. And if you ain't first, you're last, but we've got to come into the pits now to get new tyres, and that puts him out fifth. Now he's now in fourth though, as he gets past the 55. And Himmel's got the last podium spot, and the 55 has retired, and Jack's gone into the pit, and the number 5 has as well. Oh, and now Bats, I think it is, who's retired, and that is 3 cars retiring from the race within 3 laps. But Hemel is back into first position. That is great news for us. But Jack's still in 7th, but he's about to be overtaken by the 14th. By the number 14. But he's being blocked by the number 4, so he can't try and go any faster than he is. And that'll be annoying for Jack, as he's now lost a position. But is he gonna try and gain it off of the number 4 on lap 36? And then swerving around. The number 4 now side by side, and Jack's got into 7th for what will be 6 points, I think. Yes, 6 points will go to Jack if he finishes there. Meanwhile, Hemel is still in the lead. There's a 5-second gap to Van Hol's. That is magnificent for him, especially since he's in a title fight with Van Hol's. So that is very good. Jack is going to be hitting in 2 laps as well, so we're just going to turn up his aggression to try and get him a couple more places. But he spun again, 3 races in a row. Jack has spun. That is not good for points. We cannot be having that happen. That's 3 races in a row now. But anyway, he's going to try and get back. He's going to try and get past Richie in 6. He's trying to do it, but he's had to come into pit now. Hemel's tyres are almost dead. 37% left. 33 now. He's going to be coming into the pit soon though, so that's not as bad. But we are on lap 46, and Jack is in P7. Hemel is in first. But he's had to pit now, and he's now in 4th. Just ahead of Pari. No, third, sorry. But he's catching up to Alec for 2nd place. This is good news, as it would mean that we would be ahead of Alec and get a better finish than Alec. But we'd still need to beat Van Hol's to get into the lead, as there's 8 laps to go left of the race. 7 laps to go now. And Hemel's side by side with Alec. There's a couple lap cars in the way. That doesn't matter though, as he is now ahead and up into P2. Van Hol's, Hemel, Alec, all the top 3 we're on to lap 53. Not many laps to go now. Jack is in a pretty lonely race with 7th, and he's got lots of seconds between him and 8th, and a lot of seconds between him and it's 6th. But Hemel's closing in on Van Hol's with only 2 laps to go. Can he do it though? We're on to lap 56 now, and he's quickly closing up ever so slightly. He's right behind him. He's side by side going on to the final lap. Who is going to come out on top? And it is Van Hol's by an inch. Oh, that is very frustrating. Almost first. That would mean that we would have been ahead. But I don't think it would have been, no. But Van Hals had the quicker car and was ahead by an inch. It was a very entertaining race indeed. Very frustrating as well. But where are we going? Very good, very entertaining race, but gutted that it was second, not first. We still have 0 coins. It's not very good, but that's 2 races in a row. That's 2 races in a row that Van Hals has finished ahead of Hemel, and Hemel's still second in the championship, and Jack is 5th in the championship with 2 7th places and 1 6th place finish. And that is all for today, and I will see you later. Bye!